look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I am very excited to be checking out the only Supreme Court Justice themed game that I know of. But that is a topic that does interest me. That is, what is it? First Monday in October, and I had it pulled up, but now I can't find it. I believe it, oh crud, is the 22nd most popular project in all the games. It is, whoa, look at the main image. It's generic. I mean, it's like, oh, hey, there's Supreme Court justices. I guess it gets a, you know what? I will give it compliments because you know what it is. You're like, oh, wow, that's an interesting picture, but I'd love more here than just the justices. Like, player length, time count, age, the fact it's a board game, shaped the judicial philosophy of the Supreme Court and advocate for or against famous cases in American history. This could very well be just like a clickable PC. Like, it's just tell me a little bit more. What's the player length? What's the time count? What's the age? You know, what's the price? Anything else? And I'm sure we'll see plenty of stuff here. Main image and the description, very meh. But the best compliment I could give it, and I talked about this earlier this week, like, what you have is interesting, which is good. Because if you didn't, if this was just another generic sci-fi game or a fantasy game, it would be a really hard sell with just that. But luckily, you got a Supreme Court Justice-themed game. So as always in the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? And a whole bunch more about your game, because you didn't really tell me much at all here. Now, I have played Votes for Women. I enjoyed that one. I think it will really... I hope it gets an expansion. I think that will put it from a good to very good game to, I think, to a great game. But still, dig that one. And I do like the fact we led with that, by the way. I should mention that. Publisher of the award-winning games right here. So, can you do it? Yes. Check mark. Done. I see this. You led off with it in the first 3 seconds. I already feel comfortable. And I also know that this is your lane, which is always a good thing to know as well. Like, oh, this is what they do. They take history. They turn it into games. Award-winning games, no less. Great start. After a really bad main start. Oh, man. So I like to cut through the fat on this. I would mention that it was designed by a woman on the marquee somewhere. I would. I think that's just a smart decision. I think you will get more people who are more likely to back this just because they want to support that in the hobby. So anytime it's a female designer, I would always recommend spotlighting that. I said it. I don't know if I should say it, but if you're a Kickstarter, if you're launched a Kickstarter, I think it's because there is. It's like, it's the same way of like they had some sort of niche thing they were supporting. It's like you spotlight that sort of thing. I'm not saying female design. Yeah, I guess I am saying that. Yeah, compared to men, female game designers are niche right now. You know, Elizabeth Hargrave and a lot of other. You know what? I'm not even going to try and defend what I said because I think it's a very reasonable say. Let's go. It doesn't need defended. Oh, you're giving me text. Okay. On the first Monday in October, the preeminent justices of the U.S. Supreme Court gather each year to decide the fate of a nation. That is really loud. The justices rule on landmark cases that interpret the U.S. Constitution. This is good. This is good. For centuries, I would love a voiceover, though. Give me the text, give me a voiceover. Go get yourself one off Fiverr for dirt cheapsies. I think it'd be nice here. For centuries, their decisions have served as flashpoints in fierce debates over equality, liberty, and states' rights. I'd love also, too, if there was just like a smidge bit of like what the game looks like yet, but I'm in. I'm in. As a history buff, oh, there it is. And that's why I always say that, too. So I'm not knocking them for not doing it earlier or anything like that, because I think they were talking about some interesting stuff. But it just... like, it really does help, and some games don't do it. Like that, boom. Like, oh, hey, there's a real person. These are real people. Like, this looks good. Love the meeples. I see the deluxe components. Excellent. Lets you live this rich institution's history in under 2 hours. In this 1 to 4 player game, you represent a long-standing institution, school, or thought. An attempt to shape the court and influence the decision to gain the most renown. It's giving me slight Fog of Love vibes, which I wanted to really like Fog of Love. Really wanted to like that one. Not to say that I won't like this one, but that's a good vibe to give. Fog of Love was available at Walmart at one point. Like it was big business. So that's a good vibe to give off. Gather influence to fuel your actions. Deploy your clerks to advocate for the litigants. So it's worker placement. And support future justice favorable to your cause. Don't remember who got them on the bench. So it's like area control potentially a little bit there. Like so you put them on there, you gain a thing, but then it's also area control. Familiar but different. I dig in the art style. This is really hidden. Now I want to also always mention when I have preconceived biases, and I do here. I love history-themed games. If this looked like hot trash, I'd still want to play it because I love history-themed games. I eat that sort of stuff up. But I still think just if you're not a history-themed fan, like you're like, oh, this looks cool, like it looks fun, like the theme, and yeah, which is good. It's good. It doesn't look dry, like it doesn't. So when they retire, the things happen, and okay, cool. Time passes. I imagine we get new ones out or something. Shoot, I'm covering up the words. Need to replace the justice with one more aligned to your goals. Encourage them into early retirement. John Oliver them. Raise new justices to the bench. To ship the court's word outlook. When landmark cases to earn renown, philosophical. Or right of dissent to lessen the sting of defeat. Jesus, this sound is so loud. Oh, I thought I turned it down. Okay, cool. First Monday in October comes with more than 50 historical justices. Fantastic. That's what I want to know. 24 landmark cases spanning over 200 years of Supreme Court history, and I imagine there's stretch goals or Kickstarter exclusive stuff, hopefully. 24 philosophy gold cards. Ooh, I hope they have a future expansion one time. Clerk, custom dice, game boards, historical documents, a start player gavel. Yeah, this is all like this is just like it's not bad, but it feels clunky and it feels like it could be way better just with like a voiceover or a personal touch or anything like, hey, I'm this person, I'm this, and we want to bring it to history, and we have, this amazing version. It's going to have a gavel, top-notch components, like blah, 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 blah. I feel like a personal touch would really go a long way right here, especially if you're trying to build brand loyalty, which you 100% are by trying, staying in the same lane. Like, brand loyalty can be built in a lot of different ways. It can be built by launching great Kickstarters, having fantastic games, or just having a niche. If you make an 18xx games, and then your next game is a lightweight Euro, and the next game is a flicking game, it's just, that's not, that, I'm not saying you won't build brand loyalty. I'm just saying you're not going, yeah, you get what I'm saying there, I think. Solo, heck yeah, awesome. Spotlighting that a little bit. And I think I did a video for the women's suffrage one. I think I reviewed it solo and I did enjoy it. Fort Circle Games Kickstarter first Monday game. So it's already raised $73,000, $10,000 goal, 805 backers. It's coming to reality. 7 created. First Fort Circle was founded in 2017 to publish beautiful board games on important stuff. Things got it. So we got 2 people here, 3. So we should have some good customer service here. But yeah, let's check out, make sure people got their stuff. I know that people got this one. Oh, maybe I only got the first edition. No, I think I have the second edition. So, The Shores of Tripoli. That was the box they showed. Yeah, let's go. So this one's out. Like, this one I did a Kickstarter video for, so let's just double check to make sure that's not the second. Arrived today in Bulgaria. I probably have got it. Arrived yesterday in Finland. Yeah, okay. So, both of those are out. Hunt for Blackbeard. Let's see if this one's out. This one was launched earlier this year, so no. So that one's not out yet, but let's see how it did. 62,796. So simulating the true events of 1718, a 2-player game. Man, I want to play that. That looks fun. But once again, just because the information they gave me there. I have a buddy that I play Twilight Struggle with a lot of times. We have 2-player games. Like, ooh, that looks like something we could definitely jam on. Then the Halls of Montezuma. Let's make sure that I saw a picture of this one, so I know what it is. And then Tic Tat. I appreciate the fact they own that. That's what I do. It's like you go back through some of my videos, you're like, what did you cover? It's like they could have easily just decided, you know what, we're gonna start anew, but they're like, no, we're gonna own that. I appreciate it. All right, the Halls of Montezuma. Let's see. I think is this one out? 23. I saw your email with the first folio. I'm interested, but you didn't really include enough details. How many players is it? How long is it? We are open to push the button on full production. I'm going to take the pre-production copy to the San Diego Hiss Comic Con in 9 days. If it passes a tough group of playtesters, boom, start the presses. Okay. And then, so this looks like their bread and butter too. A 1 or 2 player. Okay. So that one is not out. So 2 not out, 1 out. But honestly, you got $55,000 to make a 2-player game with it. I imagine not. Yeah, these components don't like blow your pants off. Not trying to be mean or anything. So yeah, can you do it? I feel good. Because it looks like they are on their path to building brand loyalty. All they need to do is find that evergreen, that history evergreen that can cross, that gateway evergreen history game. I imagine that would be amazing. But they'll get there, hopefully. On the first Monday in October, the preeminent justices, and once again, can you do it? I already felt comfortable in the first 3 seconds. Let's not forget that. That's a third of a point grade bump up for me. It was just like, oh yeah, boom. Award-winning games, we did them, they're out. First Monday in October, designed by Talia Rosen, developed by Jason Matthew, allows 1 to 4 players to recreate the history of the U.S. Supreme Court thing. The game revolves around a tug of war. Cool. Over 4 judicial. Oh, so that was the one that I saw going up and down. Cool components. You can download a draft version of the rules here. Good. Holiday gift. Looking for a holiday gift for that hard to shop for a friend or relative? Consider giving them a copy of First Monday in October. While the game will not ship until December 2025, you can give the receipt this writ of habeas lodum. That's kind of cool. I don't hate that. Anytime, like, I've said this for years. I think anytime, if you know you're going to ship before Christmas, hopefully, or something like that, I always feel like or the holidays, I should say, because yeah, tons of people shop from all around the world on Kickstarter. If you could have anything to do with the holidays, I think you should lean into it a little bit. And this is fun. This is a fun way to lean into it. Like, oh yeah, I got this certificate. It's cool. I don't hate that. We do have a very bare bones story area here, and I'm not necessarily complaining. I would love to know the price already, though. The base game comes with 59 justices, but if we reach $100,000, we will add in 6 more additional justices so you can have all current members of the court available. That's an interesting one. I'm going to guess that even if they don't have $100,000, you're going to get that anyway. I'm just shot in the dark there. So we have our stretch goals. It's neat. You as a nominee, there's room for just 9 people on the bench for backers. So this is a pledge level. Why is this not like is a pledge? Like, why don't we just have a pledge area? Like, hit me with the price, because I imagine it's not going to be terrible. 75. Oh, it is terrible. Okay, doesn't feel great, but it is deluxified. I take back. Maybe it's just because we haven't zoomed in on the components yet. Like, this looks like this is so shot out. Like, the video made it look good. Thinking of the video, it made me think $75. But if I skip the video, I'm not feeling $75 yet, except for, oh, you're a small company, you need extra money or something. So this is cool. So this is great. Spotlight this until it's gone in your pledge area. I imagine this is already gone, especially with a brand loyalty company like this. If this is reasonably priced, I imagine people are going to snipe this up really quick because that's a cool thing. Like, that's cool. Oh yeah, I'm a Supreme Court Justice. I'm in the game. That's awesome. Pictures of play. We think First Monday in October is beautiful. We hope you agree. Although there will be some minor changes to color and layout, these pictures, the pre-production copy, are close to what it will look like. Yeah, it looks great. Yeah. Neat. Ooh, 6? Oh, cool. So that's neat. That's it. We're done. Wow, no shipping information at all. That was Jiminy Christmas. That felt like a rough draft. Are we really trying to get this out before the end of the year for tax reasons? Is that what we're doing here? Like, what the hell? 16, is that? I wonder if that's what it is. When does this end? Because I know that's definitely a thing. I thought, so, oh no, it's December 20th, so they could put a little bit more into, I guess they want to do it before Christmas. This feels rushed. This feels so rushed. I'm going to go 2/3 of a point grade bump down for how rushed this story feels. It really does feel like a rough draft. So you're going to make me go over here to get the price, which once again, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy normally if it's over here. But if you're on iOS or mobile, you have to make an extra click to get to the shopping area to see the actual price. And that's not normally a problem because most of the time people put the damn price in the story, which you would know if you looked at other projects, which I know you do because you backed a lot, right? Wasn't it a high number you backed? 620. You just decided flesh area, no need. Long, sexy scrolling shot focusing on our components, no need. Hundreds of custom components, cool. Yeah, this is ugh. So that was the videographer. They crushed it. Yeah, the Kickstarter though, like, it looks very minimalist. And I wonder if the other ones did too. So now I'm gonna go check because I am just so fascinated by how bare bones this is. Let's see. So let's go votes for women, because that was also a larger box, not like a big box game, but this is like a 1 to 2 player game. This is going to be more like all right. What do we got? What do we got? A lot more videos, questions. It's still very bare bones. Honestly, it feels like you could smush those, but they still do the pledge areas. Ugh. Yeah. Icky. Okay. Where are we? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, not fun. Oh, no, I gotta look at the price, because you didn't tell me. Okay, and I don't know the shipping, so I'm not a big fan. Shipping and or VAT to an is an extra $20. Oh, that includes shipping? Dude! 2/3 of a point grade bump down. Immediately. I hate it. I hate everything. That feels so stupid to me. Why would you not mention that you're shipping to the United States of America for free? Especially because for free. It's baked into the cost of the $75. At least I'm assuming, based on the verbiage here, shipping and or VAT to any international is an extra $20. Shipping is included. Yeah, and you didn't even mention that? Like, that is 100% why I hated the main image. Like, I like the fact, oh, we got Supreme Court justices. Make them smaller. Like, free United States shipping. Like, especially considering this game's about the Supreme Court of the United States, so I imagine, not to mention, this is just typically about half the people are going to back here are going to for the United States of America. Yeah, overwhelmingly, 672, UK at 33. Okay, so free shipping is a huge thing. And once again, if I see free shipping and then I say, oh, $75 price point for a deluxified looking game, if I watched the video, it looks deluxified at least. If not, you're just like, it has 200 custom components. Like, that's okay. Yikes. Go read the room. Like, you're launching these Kickstarters and they're making tens of thousands of dollars. Like, the only thing I just wonder if maybe a little bit more polish could put that up into the 6 figures. And I don't think that's a crazy thing to look at. This just looks, and the main image is part of that as well. Like, there's so much more you could show me here. That's great. 1 to 4 players, from the award-winning people, female game designer, $75, free United States shipping. Like, some of these deluxified components, some of the artwork from the cards, honestly. Like, yeah, I get it. You're showing me all these Supreme Court justices. Why not show me in the card format so I can actually see the cool iconography on the cards, the components, or something else? I just feel like that main image is not doing you a service at all. It is not terrible, but it is not good. All right, $250. This includes 6 physical copies, okay? So if you're outside, that's for like outside the U.S., I imagine. 20 people back that, okay. Oh, to sell it after the fact? Educational, yeah, actually I could see that. This would be educational games sold different places. So you're looking at $25 a pop there? No, you're looking at 50 bucks. What is the math here? 6 divided by 250. Why am I mathing hard? 33, so it's like 40-ish. Is that right? 40. 41 something. 70, 41, 66, is that it? I don't know. I'm done thinking. 2 copies of First Monday October for you, and 6 copies donated to schools, libraries. Cool. That'd be even neater if you mentioned it in the pledge area. Be like, hey, you want to support the universe and the world and the cool stuff, and put games out there, and then the Supreme Court nominee. 6 copies. 12 copies donated. Where's the 9 people that could get themselves in the game? The only cool thing that I saw here. Like the stretch goal, which honestly didn't feel like a stretch goal, especially considering I know a lot of playing card companies use a 65 card sheet. What that means is when you get, including Hero Time, who I used to work for. So this is why I'm saying this. When you have a big sheet, at least where I worked and a couple other places, because I asked, because anyway, 65 is the number of cards that you can fit on that sheet, as long as you're not using the Euro size cards, which I think bumps it up to like 70-ish. But so that one feels like one of those ones. Like, yeah, you were gonna give it to you anyway, kind of thing. Especially considering they're done and they're here, and it's like this could have been exciting, and it's nice. And then this, and where is this? Select the Supreme Court nominee backer tier. Oh, it's there. It's just not okay. Okay, so remember when I talked about how those are a great idea if they have a good price? This one doesn't, but once again, people want to support. So there's ad 6, 7, cool. I think that They got 6K off that. That's a chunk. That's a big chunk. So like 7% or something. Okay. Which is why I always recommend those pledge levels, by the way. I just don't. Like this just feels not great. Online playthroughs plus promo cards plus Facebook shenanigans December 2nd. So it launched on November 19th. We did no updates for 15 days. I wonder if something's going on behind the scenes with this company, because this just feels bad. Like nothing? Not even a, hey, thanks for bringing this to life, you know? Like, oh, hey, we're this close to our stretch goals. Just, yeah, one update. We're going to be on Facebook. Thank you, everyone, for playing First Monday October. We're thrilled that we've reached 60,650 backers. This feels like one of those companies that needs to hire someone to do, like, PR. And that can be very dicey, because I'll be honest with you. A lot of times, most of the time, people will pick, like, content creators and stuff like that. And most of those relationships end within a year, because it's really hard to get the value that you pay someone to do that. But I don't know. Oh, and hey, we do have videos, online playthroughs. You know what would be great? If you put those on the freaking story, so new people who come to this project can see it. I don't assume they're going to go to your one update. That is a full point grade bump down. That is dumb. And that's not a nice word to use, but it is. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, why would, because once again, I go back to, like, I was so underwhelmed by the story. I didn't actually mention the fact there wasn't a gameplay video. There were so many other things that I felt like should have been there. Like, oh my God. And once again, I go back to what I said earlier about how if you're on iOS or if you're on mobile, you don't see this side where it's the shopping area. And if you're including the shipping information in that side, like come on. Ugh. This is just, golly. It looks, I want them to do so much better. We are not fond of stretch goals here at Fort Circle, which is why we're going to give you fake ones. We've been making the best game possible and putting that in front of you. However, first money, the base game includes 59 justices, 14, blah, 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 blah. This means only 3 of the current justices made the cut. Robert, but if we reach our goal of 1,000, you can put that there. And if we don't, then we'll be like, hey, we're so happy, we'll give it to you. When we ran our campaign for the second printing of votes for women a year ago, Facebook banned our ads because women's suffrage was considered a sensitive social issue. It turns out that our ads for a game on the history of the U.S. Supreme Court are similarly offensive to Facebook, and they have banned ads for First Monday in October. Hence, we could appreciate folks sharing the good word about First Monday in October through their social networks because we think it's an excellent game. Well, that leads me to the question of how long have you known this? Like, how long did Facebook ban this and you just didn't reach out? Like, the fact that this is your first update after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like 13, 14, like 2 weeks almost. Oh, so she flew up to Boston and did a teach. Okay. Once again, this just reeks of, like, pushing it through the door and just be like, we gotta get this out, now. There's a dead period in Kickstarter and after the end of the year or so. Tax, I don't know, man. Like, this is just not good. Weird. I thought it was a Facebook ad that brought me here. Maybe it was a BGG ad. Well, we did have 8 people back the game for Facebook ads from the short window our ads were on Facebook. Evidently, we passed the bot screening, but then a Facebook human disabled the ads. And here I thought the issue of women's suffrage was settled. Great work. Thank you for this update. Keep going with the ads and trying to spread the word and hopefully the game and the others. Or, you know what? Maybe we do something that's almost free and just polish what we have now in addition to that. I'm not saying don't buy more ads. I'm just saying polish the freaking page more before you send people here, right? Especially if they're not the type of people that watch videos, which I don't know what that is. Oh, I'm gonna get a copyright. Don't copyright me. All right, comments. I hope there's some people being honest about this Kickstarter page. I sincerely hope they are. If not, they're doing a disservice I mean, I shouldn't say they're not doing a disservice, but I hope. Well, here's the thing: they didn't ask. They're not asking, so I don't know if anybody is going to tell them until the end. That's normally how it works out. Be like, yeah, there's like a week left. Here's what like I was like I would ask. What people think about it. Just want to give props to Tally, the heavy cardboard stream, which pushed me over the edge into backing. So that's good. That's hitting the ground hard there. Thank you so much, Joel. For anyone looking for that stream, it's available here. I'm surprised and confused that federalism is used to refer to the centralizing of power stuff. Will votes will be available as an add-on? Maybe. I mean, the game is available on our website right now, but we only have a few hundred left, so I doubt we'll have any stock when we start shipping first Monday in October. Another great historical game. It shows the designer is an attorney. By the way, great idea for Tally to showcase the game on heavy cardboard. Yeah. I think that's always a good play. May I suggest an added expansion for extra legal cases? That was actually in my brain as well. It felt like this had, and I even said it. I said it in the video, like, ooh, I hope they do future cases, like expansions and stuff. Cool. Will there be a pledge manager? If so, can I back for $1? Unfortunately, no, we don't use pledge managers. My wife's family says the time to get the biscuits is when they're going by. As we're all just in the game, actual justice will have 37 unsuccessful nominees be included, as well as some possible alternate history. That's what I'm talking about, Phillips. Phillips is in here. Super backer. He knows what the hell to ask. Would love to finally get Merrick Garlick on the card. Yeah, me too. The base game includes 59 justices and the likely to be met stretch goals. Add 6 more justices, but a little birdie tells me we might be able to get Merrick Garland if he asks nicely. Is Merrick Garland going to be a stretch goal in the last few days, but some people will insist that we should wait and let the final stretch goal be decided in the next Kickstarter? I'm officially asking nicely for Garlick. I'm one of your non-USA backers. My family and I love politics and follow things closely in our country and others. We really enjoy Votes for Women. Back this one on the strength of that game. Backed after seeing the amazing video. It looks so good. Yeah, man. Like, they got everything they need. I feel like they got a lot of great stuff here, and it's just they're not spotlighting it very well at all. And when you do get here, it's just like there's a lot of great ideas. Don't get me wrong. These pictures are great. That's a cool idea, but it's like it feels like a rough draft. All right, fill in the rest now, and it's just not there. And once again, simply inexcusable the fact that these videos have been live for 4 days and they are still not on your Kickstarter. Or like, why? What possible fathomable explanation? You quite literally flew to freaking Boston to get this video, and no one thinks, hey, maybe we pop it on the Kickstarter. Or maybe they did, and someone said no. In which case, please let us know who said no so we can publicly chastise them. Like, this is just, it's preposterous to me that like this is not here. Like, that's just, neither is this one. Like,
that isn't.
And like, as a content creator, I'll be quite frank with you. I'm pissed for them. Like, as a content creator, when you make a video for someone, and it's like a positive or a preview or whatever, and they don't put it on the Kickstarter, it's always like, you're like, okay, well, that's annoying. But if there's literally, but sometimes I'll say like, oh, you got Richard, you got to watch it played. Like, you don't need anything else. I get it. But if you don't have any videos on your Kickstarter, me as a content creator, like, what the hell are you doing? Are you dumb? Like, I'm literally thinking that, like, why are these hidden? That is so stupid. I want to know more about your game on the story. Oh, I can't get over that. Like, I just cannot get over that. That is so poorly, just poor, begging for change on the cold. I'm so annoyed. Let's give this damn thing a grade. Do I want it? Yes, I do. I'm the market. I enjoyed their other previous game. I love the idea of the game. I love the idea of expansions for the game. I love the mechanisms you showed me in the video. The components look nice. The price feels fine once I realized that the shipping was in fact free to me, which, because I'm going to be the target market because it's about a USA game. In 2 hours, 1 to 4 players, 2 hours, historically themed, free United States shipping, like all these really good things that you could have spotlighted on the outside. It's just, oh, here's a picture of some old white people. Oh, he's not white. Maybe he is. I don't know. I don't care. Scroll, like, just, it's that main image is yeah. Do I want it? Yes, I do, though. And if you watch the video, I think you might want to. Can you do it? Yeah, I'm not worried about it. You did a great job spotlighting that right from the jump. Not particularly concerned. Not to mention, this does not look like a hard game to make for $73,000. And, yeah. How much is it? it feels fine. It feels fine. I think it's Kickstarter reasonable. Honestly, if they would have sold it to me differently, it would have felt good. This is a deluxeified game. It has screen printed meeples. It has, like, you look at this and it's not like super deluxeified or anything like that, inlaid boards, but it's nicer than most games that came out 5 years ago. Okay? So I think you can get away with calling it a deluxeified. I don't know if you want to do that, but whatever. But just spotlight how much is it is fine. But I feel like the way they tell you it is just, well, it's non-existent. It's not existent. I am going with and I got to get my preconceived biases out of the way, by the way, here. And that's why this grade is going to hurt. It's going to start with a D. Because if I am not a fan of the Supreme Court and this theme does not turn me on, you have done nothing. Like, well, I mean, let me rephrase that. If I don't want, I just don't feel like you've convinced me. I don't feel, and the video's great too. Like, this is 100%. I don't want to put anything on the video. Kudos to you, Mike. You did a great job on the video. Talia, pounding the pavement, getting to Boston, getting that video up. But whoever decided not to put it up and whoever decided that this was the Kickstarter they were going to launch with and how little information is on here and crucial information and hiding things such as shipping and hiding, like, it's just such a poor choice. And for someone who's backed 620 projects, it's just, it's just perplexing. D. If you love Supreme Court justices and histories, I think it goes up to substantially better though. I don't know. It's like the price is great. Like, the price is fine. Everything's fine. It's just the way it's, yeah, D. I'm just gonna go with a D. But if you enjoyed this content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And also, I'm going to take a short moment to celebrate because I just saw earlier today we're at 13,000. Wait, not 13,000. 29,500 subscribers. I'm not going to hit my 30,000 goal, most likely this year, unless things go crazy over the holidays with the How to Play videos, which it might. That's what I've been setting up for weeks and weeks and weeks. If you haven't noticed, I've been putting up a lot of How to Play videos and a lot of YouTube short How to Play videos. And if you're here and you're interested, that's really just because I've noticed that the YouTube wants content creators, I believe, to fill every single hole in videos. So they want a video covering things both in the short format and in long format. So I'm banking on that. It's a weird idea. But yeah, have a great weekend. And let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for this one. And if you ever have a request for one, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Have a good one. Bye-bye.